Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? This is T-Rob and B-Hex here. And we are excited tonight because we get to talk PulseCon. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got T-Money coming in, going to tell us all about what's going on there. And I know, B-Hex, you've done a lot of events, and I've put together some big festivals, and I know how much work it takes. So we just kind of want to figure out how the heck they do this. And I mean, it from what I've seen, I mean, doing a great job, and it's going to be epic. But how was your week? Everything good with you?
Everything has been great. Yeah, I'm excited to hear all the ins and out of PulseCon. I know this thing is going to be major. I love their tagline. Everybody is coming, like the biggest crypto conference in Las Vegas. So I'm excited to hear more about what all they have in store.
Yeah, me too. So I know we got a late start here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the man T Money in.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's happening, man?
Hey, it's all happening here.
Thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just really, I mean, like, the first thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you for all the hard work you're putting in. I mean, something like this is
Huge.
massive, man. I mean, it's
It is
crazy.
pretty massive. I mean, I kind of pinch myself too because I mean, a year ago we were I don't know, this was 21, right? We had their first Vegas meetup, and I mean, it's my town, right? It's like here in town, so I said, of course, I'm gonna roll up my sleeves and make it really good for our Hex community. And so I think we did a really good job. I mean, we got congratulated by a lot of people that the Hex meetup. We were expecting 100 people, and at the end we had like almost 300 people there. So, I mean, we crushed the cars. We had the Meow Cats, which is the karaoke bar. We had the Mom Museum. We had the Hex Restaurant, which is HEXXX, and that's at the Paris Hotel and Casino. We had the luncheon there, so we had multiple venues for that one, and so it's a lot of work, right? So we had the shirts and everything going on with all the swag. And so, and then that's when we met Discourse Crypto Sparbook, right? And the Discourse Syndicate came out in a big way too. So we're grateful for that. And of course, I met this precious lady here to the side of me. She came to the first meetup, right? The first workshop. I'm sorry.
Workshop.
Yeah. So to kick off our event there in Vegas, there was not a lot of people there. I mean, I know we just started out. It was in Vegas, and we didn't have a whole lot of buzz, but we did have maybe I don't know 20 people there, right, in the 1st one. And I loved it. I love our community. She rolled up her sleeves and she's like, "T Money, how can I help? Like what you want me to pass out flyers? Do you want me to do registration and help people on board?" And I'm like, I mean, awesome. I said, absolutely, girl. And so that's what she did. And her husband was there, and she's like, well, I'm on way back to San Diego. I was like, well, that's our next stop, right? And she was excited, and I'm just kind of telling our story, right? Because it's very organic, right? We didn't really, right? We just didn't. We kind of winged it a little on the workshop sometimes, but there was a lot of because not every stop we knew what was going on. Like we didn't know who was going to come out, how many people were going to come out. We did a lot of that's through our website. We had the subscriptions and the RSVPs, and was mainly to see who came out in a big way. But right, I mean, Kaylin, you after like 2 stops, so you had the San Diego stop, and then we had the LA stop, and she's like, well, can I go full time? And I was like, sure. I was like, wow, absolutely. So I'll let you take it away. Like, what was your feelings about that? Like meeting the people, and you know.
I mean, the whole experience. We were just talking about it, me and my husband, yesterday when the cars got here. If you had told me a year ago today that I would be on my way to bring you the Pulse chain car for the PulseCon, I would have been like, you're absolutely crazy. So I think the same probably goes for you. If you had told you a year ago today, hey man, you have on this PulseCon hat and you'd be planning the biggest crypto event conference in Vegas, you'd probably be like, I mean, yeah, I can take on the task, right? I can handle it. I'm T Money, baby. But
Right.
whether or not we saw that coming, no, I think all of these events, all of what we're doing for the community has evolved organically, like you said, and we're all just feeling how can we be more or best utilized within the community, how can we serve, and then things just happen, right? So I love it. I love, since New York, when you first showed the reel for PulseCon, I've been like, or for Resort World and what we could possibly do with this venue, I've been all about it. So I'm just excited to hear more about it. Now it's happening. Now we have dates, we have tickets. I hear one step of the tickets has already passed, so we're now in the second tier of tickets.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
so
got mine early, so I'm happy.
yeah, we are moving and trucking. So I'm just interested to learn more about what all you got going on.
So yeah, I think we've already sold. Wow, today was a big day with the booth sales. Wow, we have 56. So we have 56 booths that we're gonna sell. Okay, so and we have, I kid you not, we have 58 contracts out. So I don't know how I'm going to accommodate the other two, but those are contracts out to be signed and delivered with payment, and it takes some time to build these things out. I mean, I can let you know, there's, of course, Mintra. They're one of our biggest sponsors. You can see that on our website, which is Gerardo's team, and they're doing the NFT platform. We have several sponsors that they're not getting a booth. They just want to sponsor and put their name out there, because so PulseCon, what's PulseCon in essence? It's, this is Richard Hart's product, right? Hey, what's up, baby?
How's it going, T-Money?
Fantastic. So, PulseCon, what it is in essence, it's a platform for everybody to launch their token onto the Pulse chain, right? So this is Richard Hart's product. By default, he made it that way, where all the ERC20 tokens are coming to the Pulse chain. And so we're just facilitating that, because the reason why I was talking about the workshops, right? And that, right, Alan, is that
Maybe put your
so Crypto Sparrow, when we got the meetings and the meetups happening, it was different. Like when we're on the virtual reality, like doing this Zoom thing, that's one thing. But when you actually have the person in the flesh there, and it's just exciting. You can't describe the energy, right? And that energy is exciting to and then you get the connections that you do, and you have the glad hands, and then you exchange contact information, and now you have a person that's in the Hex community that you can actually trust and talk with, and you have a rapport with them, right? And so in that rapport, it's just existential, right? So like,
And T-Money, you were talking about speakers, right? Oh, sorry. You were talking about speakers, and just today, Alexander Lorenzo did the interview with Crypto Heartbeat, right? And I also released a video where Alexander Lenzo came to the PulseCon booth and had an interview with me and talked specifically how about everything on his ranking side. So then he was asking, hey, Timani, make me a speaker on PulseCon. Did you be able to follow up on that?
Oh yeah, I just got off the phone with him at like 2 hours
nice.
ago. So they're actually doing a sponsorship. They're going to sponsor PulseCon. You'll be hearing a little bit more about that.
Cool.
They're not having a booth. They're just going to sponsor. He's going to be one of a speaker on the guest panel. You'll see that on. We're going to announce that in this Saturday in Pulsification, as always, and all what's happening in that space. We're going to have like, of course, there's the nightclub that's already, we're going to have we have the big name artist that's going to play there. Like I said, I still can't say who it is, but you guys are going to love it. Believe it or not, there's a sponsor that actually wants to do a very interesting, like a fashion show.
Cool.
So there's going to be like a fashion show at the nightclub. It's going to be for 30 minutes and with their models. And they have, I'm not going to tell you who that is, but they're big in the fashion industry. I'm happy that, crypto stylist, she connects a lot of people in the fashion industry.
Oh yeah.
So if you saw that, we were on her channel. And so we're doing big things. Also, she's just to, tout her. She's giving away 100,000 hex, right? Tokens in her giveaway, TikTok giveaway. And we're going to be giving away some tickets, free tickets for that. So be on the lookout for that.
Right.
So
here's a question for you guys. I mean, what is it like? Why did you do this? Where did you just all of a sudden like, hey, let's do this? I mean, I know you guys have done other events but where did this one come from?
So I feel it was, so when we first started, I mean, like I said, the first Vegas meetup was it's just me and my people here in Vegas, and we wanted to show up. Now, me talking with Patrick and Abit, it was just a natural conversation. I said, so what are you guys going to do after Vegas meetup? And they're like, well, we want to tour the United States because we've never been to the U.S. I mean, Abit has, but Patrick never. That was his first time being in the U.S. And so I'm like, well, if you go into every stop, what are you going to do? And he goes, well, I want a backpack, like Europe backpack, and onboard everybody I meet and see. And I was like, well, if I can facilitate that, right, let's do it. And so it kind of got its own legs, and we do it really. It's just for the love of it. Me personally, I really don't have to put a PulseCon, and have all the stress and, put our own bags on the line for it. But we definitely do it for the love. I think Richard Hart needs help, right? Marketing his products. If we want us to be successful in the crypto space, we need a market, and it's direct marketing is the way to go. So what best way to direct market by doing workshops and doing conferences, right? For the big investors to come in, hedge funds. I mean, really that's what it's all about. It's building the platform where pretty much we can have a platform for people to get together. You got those big whales, you got maybe just no coiners coming in. It's getting the word out there, right? And so our intention is to do this every single year because, as you know, Pulse Chain is never going to be done. You got a lot more as years go by, more and more things are going to get built on the Pulse Chain. So, why not have our own conference? I mean, Ethereum doesn't have their own conference. The only one is Bitcoin. They have their own conference. We were just there, right? Abid and I, we were there at the Crypto WorldCon. which is the DeFi side of Bitcoin, because you know how Bitcoiners are. They can be very maxi about certain altcoins.
But Timani, maybe you can talk about why you went there, because I asked you that already, and I thought this was really interesting. Your viewpoint. You went there to learn, right? You went there to make connections. A lot came out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we chose to do Crypto WorldCon because that was more of the DeFi space, part of the crypto space. We didn't really want to go into the Bitcoin conference and have a booth there because, you know, we didn't want to rub people the wrong way. We wanted to make that bridge, make that connection. Plus, really, I mean, really, we wanted to connect with the ERC20 tokens. So, what better way to be at Crypto WorldCon, which is all about DeFi, right? And so through those, right? So there was like, I believe, like maybe 15 to 20 booths there, and we poached all of them. So we pitched, PulseCon, and a lot of them, I would say 80% of them are coming to PulseCon. That's where we met. Alexander Lorenzo was there, so we made that connection. One of the things that, like, and we saw what the venue was, and the venue, it's Miami. It's a beautiful place, and it's a beautiful place to put on a conference. But Vegas is where everybody wants to be. It's the conference capital of the world, and I don't understand why don't we have our own. We have to have a crypto conference here that we put on every year, where we can grow and hopefully, have 35,000 people coming to that conference every year. So that's what we're building up to. And so this year, I mean, I think we're going to sell out. Honestly, I mean, we're 1/3 of the way sold. Ticket sales, also booths.
You're shooting for what, 3,000 people or something? What are you
3,000 attendance? Yeah,
3,000.
So we've already hit our mark. So
that's great.
That's why we're like,
congrats.
Get your ticket quick, because I kid you not, I feel by August 1st, like 30 days before, I don't think there's going to be any. We're going to be sold out.
Nice.
So, the venue that we chose was, I think, was a great venue. It's the Resort World. Yeah. Resort World is right on the Strip. It's a brand new hotel and casino. It is crypto friendly. They have these kiosks where you can actually convert your crypto into cash, or vice versa, right? They do deal in Bitcoin. You can buy and sell your Bitcoin or Ethereum, Litecoin, and Cardano. So those are the 4 coins that are on that kiosk. And so obviously, because we're Ethereum, we're on the Ethereum network. So it's I think that's big conducive. A lot of people ask me too, like, oh, what if Pulse Chain doesn't drop before PulseCon or after PulseCon? So I was like, it doesn't matter, because if you notice, there's like 40 different tokens that are getting built as we speak on Pulse Chain. They want a venue. They want to talk about their tokens and their projects that they're building and their products. They need that platform to talk about it, and each one has their own game theory, their own strategy, right? Their own sacrifice phase and whatnot. So what better way for them to like talk about it in an open way? And hopefully our community can grow, and we can actually if there's a bad actor, we can call them on it, right?
Yeah. Let me go to the chat real quick, because we have quite a few people in. Godfather J6, thank you for joining us. I just threw up one from Hex and More. Prices are going up. Let's get your tickets now. That is right. And then here's a question. Are all of you day one Hexicans?
I know Alan is.
I'm not. I've only been in for about 6 months. So I'm the new guy.
day one, but not only day one, but also day 2, day 3, day 4. I bought every single day for a long time. This was really important for me.
Yeah. And for me, I'm actually day 153, so it's 4 months in. I was skeptical. I didn't go in day one because I was really skeptical. There was a lot of rug pulls before that, and I just was doing my due diligence, and finally I came in on day 153, and the AA transformation. But once I decided to come in, I came in a big way.
What about you, B-Hex?
I honestly don't know what day. I did not pay attention to any of that. It was before Big Payday. My husband was in before that, but he wasn't staking. He was just buying Hex. So once I actually found out what it was and how it worked, then we got 100% staked. But I couldn't tell you what day it was.
Nice. That's a good question. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I have a question for
yeah.
T-Money. You had already mentioned about your booths. So all the booths are sold out. So this is your exhibit hall, right? Is this?
This is it's an exhibit hall. It's 28,000 square feet exhibit hall. It's
Mm-hmm.
called the Lily Ballroom. It's on the second floor of the Resort World. That's where, and in the middle of the exhibit hall, there is going to be a stream. So we're going to have a streaming. Who's going to MC that is the Joker, is the Pulsification group. That we chose them because they were really adamant about doing that. And seriously, that was not our idea. Our idea was just to have booths and that's it. They're like, no, we want to have a stream and we should report. And I thought it was a great
cool
idea.
So, I like that idea. I think it's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So everybody's going to get a chance to not everybody, but all the booth holders, they get a chance to get on stream and talk about their project a little bit more, so that even the people that didn't come out and ticket holders, they can talk about their project and why they're here at PulseCon. So it gives them a little bit more legitimacy, right? And so that when investors, come in and they want to invest in that project, they can actually listen, get educated. Maybe if it's better for them, and they know where to go to do their own due diligence. So
sounds great. So go ahead.
Go ahead. My question was, there's two of you here. So what's both your roles? What do you guys like? T-Money, what do you do? And Abbott, what do you do?
Well,
so I'm the CEO of PulseCon, I guess. I mean, by default, it's FreedomTV. We have our own channel.
Right.
You guys can follow us on YouTube. And go ahead, Alan. Who are you?
But you touched on that a little bit already, right? Everything with the 5555 tour started when the Crypto Sparbook team met Freedom TV, and the tour was born pretty much. And Freedom TV and Crypto Sparbook grew together, and at one point we saw, okay, there's actually a big conference needed, and PulseCon is born now. Out of that became Kaylin, who is now the CEO of Crypto Sparbook, right? She is helping us to do all the meetups and stuff like this. And this is what we are working on right now, doing meetups to bring the Hex community together. And in the future, hopefully, when the fork occurred, we can do the 1 million Pulse tour, which is just the 5555 tour, but this time on Pulse chain and a lot of more action than just we had on the last year.
That's cool. That's really cool what you guys are doing, man. I know that takes a lot of work, and I'm happy that B-Hex is helping me now, because she's a huge help and knows a lot of people, so that helps too. Because I don't know a lot of you guys, so she always like, oh yeah, that'd be a good one. So it's nice to have somebody to bounce ideas off of.
And like I said, it was we didn't have a plan. I mean, it's just organic, and
yeah.
I think it takes leadership, right? So Alan and Patrick were, leading the charge on the 555 tour. We were just doing the logistics, right? Kaylin, me, and you were doing the logistics on the background. If they said we want an R8, okay, we'll make that happen. Or hey, we need a venue in New York, and we would make that happen. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I think it was a really great partnership. We just, we didn't really have egos or anything like that. It's just we just wanted to help the community and get our name out there, especially when in the beginning of Hex, there was a lot of FUD going around about Hex, and we wanted to really, that was our biggest concern, was to dissipate all of that, FUD. And now that we were definitely 2-year plus project or product, actually it's a finished product, I think people started to come around and really start seeing this as a way to get financial free.
And like you said, we would not have to do it, but it's just the urge that we feel we need to do it, right? We have this golden goose here in front of us where we just know that need to teach the people how to use your financial energy to print more financial energy. And I think this is the reason why the Crypto Sparbuch team is doing it, and also Freedom TV, because we would not have to do it, but we do it out of, because we have the urge to do it, right? What about you, Black Hexagon? You came to our first workshop, and then to the second one, and also to the third one. You became member of the team. Now you are the CEO of Crypto Sparbuch. Why are you doing all of that?
It really is the love of the community. It's something about when you take like a serious part in the community, like really find your role, that you just can't shake it, right? I was prepared to just do this tour and then come back home and get back into the things that I was doing. But I can't shake it. My desire to want to continue to serve the community. I mean, the fact that I have a lot on my plate, right? But T-Rob is like, hey, you wanna co-host, and I'm like, well, I'll just come help you out tonight. You had the little issue with the eye, and he's like, well, can we make this official? And I can't say no when it's something that I'm doing because I love serving the community, right? It's not really a job. It's not really a chore when you're doing something that not only is fun for you and you enjoy it, but it also has like long-term implications on your future, right? Like if we're all successful, if Tony is successful with PulseCon and we support him with PulseCon, and you're successful with Pump Hex, and we as a whole, as a community, are successful with the tour, right? Because we're trying to bring everybody in to be a part of this. Then that only leads to all of our bags being pumped, to Post-Chain being successful right at launch. And I think that that's one of the most important things that we talk about when we plan for the tour. And I know it was important, for Tony, is that we only get one launch phase, right? So regardless of if Pulse comes out in May or if it comes out in September, no matter what, we're only going to get one. And we need to be actively teaching people how to use it safely right now, not after it's already been tested and people have already made 10,000x, and it's already changed these lives. No, we need to try to teach and educate as many people right now about it as we can.
And at the end, it's all a community effort. Just 2 weeks ago, the captain called me up and said, hey, Alan, the last couple of months were so crazy. Now everything is coming down again. So that's why I want to contact you. Let's have you, the Crypto Sparbuch team, more on Discord Syndicate. And here we are.
We're glad to have you.
To have like more connections like that,
If you were a first day Hexagon, or even if you came in the first 6 months, mainly before big payday, right? Pretty much when you, like, if I look back now, like, I'm like, wow, my biggest regret, why didn't I just stake more? You know what I mean? It's like, that's my biggest regret.
I think we all say that.
Right. And so I'm pretty sure, so it's a whole new Pulse chain in the Pulse X and those sacrifice phases. I bet this is the new phase again. You're going to have a big generation of new, not anymore hexagons, but pulsicans, right? That did their sacrifice phase, and we're going to be talking like this in 2 years and be like, well, were you a day oneer, and are you an OG, or you know what I mean? it's kind of organic, and it's it's really interesting how history repeats itself. And I feel this is a second chance for people that didn't come on in Hex day one. This is a second chance for people to come on Pulse day one. Now, and the difference of it is Pulse, because we have the Hex history, right, and also the economic powerhouse, right, which is the Hexicans, came out in a big way, especially in the Hex community in the sacrifice phase. I mean, this is $1.8 billion that was raised, right? I mean, that's mind blowing. I don't understand why MSNBC is not reporting on this, right? It should be, because it's like, if any company pre IPO raised $1.8 billion, that would be on the news.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
So let me jump in here. Crypto Compassion, thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. Benny, every day is a new day to commence operation, enhance the value of our investment. That's a great statement.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, what's up, Benny Blanco? It's the best time to get into any investment is now, right? So that's why, like, even on PulseCon, if you can't come out, I understand. It's okay. But definitely, you want to be in the know, right? Who's coming out, what's happening in the community. If you want to be a savvy investor, you want to be there. You definitely want to be there in PulseCon, because what better way to see all these 40 plus platforms that are getting built, or products that are getting built on the Pulse chain, and you make your own decision. I tell people your money is your vote now. It's not in the polls and the voting booths anymore. It's your money. So us as investors, we get to dictate what's going to be built and not built by when you put your money in, right, in these sacrifice phase, or when you buy into the token, or you buy into Hex and you do your stake. That's what you're saying. You're making a statement. So make that statement. Buy your ticket.
So look, I have a question. Can you say about what percentage of your speakers for PulseCon have already been determined? Because I've been
I
kind
would
of
say,
keeping up.
yeah. So we only have 6
watching it
hours.
drop.
So our conference is mainly the speaker section is Wednesday and Thursday. So we have only 6 hours. Actually, 80% of them have been confirmed. Half of them already signed, like the dotted line. So I'll be announcing a lot of those this Saturday, because I'm this Saturday. You're gonna like what we got. I mean,
Okay, because this is my other part, because I'm boisterous when it comes to this part. But how many of those speakers are ladies?
We have probably like a good 1/3 of them are ladies.
Okay, all right. There we go.
Were you volunteering?
No, but I was asking because I do feel that is something that oftentimes get overlooked. We don't realize how valuable it is to have that perspective. And so, I feel like I wouldn't be doing my community service of the women's community if I didn't at least, while I have you here, say, hey, look, do we have some good ladies that we can look forward to hearing from?
So one of the, I'll give you a hint. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. One of the ladies that are big, she's going to be one of our keynote speakers. She's a doctor, and she's wanting to tokenize healthcare.
Wow.
For everyone. So she's going to be speaking on that, and I'll just leave it that way. That I won't say her name, but she's an awesome speaker. She's that's one of the people I'll be announcing this Saturday, and you'll get to see who she is and what she brings to the table. And they're going to be building on the Pulse chain network. So look for that. I'm telling you, there is so much happening in the Pulse Chain network. It's unbelievable. By default, because I mean, reaching out to all these projects, just the passion that they have of doing things right, and they're behind Richard Hart and his ideology. It's bar none. It's really exciting what's going to happen.
That's awesome.
That's great. This is a good. I love this when I'm on board my teenage daughter this weekend. That's so cool. We need more of that. I've been talking to my teenage daughter as well, just kind of teaching her what all this is, and she's getting into it, and she's telling her friends about it. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead. I mean, my sister, she's a grandma, by the way, my older sister, and she's gonna have they're not born yet. They're twins, right? So they're gonna have twins and
Wow.
grandchildren, and she already staked for both of them a 5555 for them.
Beautiful.
I mean, what better way to get them on the right track, right, financially?
Yeah.
And I mean, and she didn't even put much. I mean, I think it was like 10,000 hex for each one, for 555, and hopefully when it goes to past $1, even maybe $10 in the future in 15 years, wow, those kids are going to be. I mean, this is legacy, right? We're talking legacy.
Yeah. Crypto Compassion, so fired up. I'll be at PulseCon. Good. I'm going to see you there, man.
Yeah.
David Lee, I just want to throw you back up. David, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate the support. We're talking to some really smart guys that are doing a lot of work in our community, and they are grinding, making things happen that probably a lot of people wouldn't do. And BHEX is right there with them. So she's as busy as all of them. So appreciate all of you guys, what you do and the time you put in, because I really know what it takes to do that kind of stuff. And it's unbelievable what you've done so far. So tell us like an inside scoop, man. Tell us a secret that nobody else knows. I mean, come on, man. Come on, guys.
So there's one secret that I can give is that I just completed a thumbnail that we want to bring out tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we want to bring
I'll give you a hint.
live stream.
I'm going to announce all this on Saturday. I'll give you another hint. Another keynote speaker. He's a billionaire. Okay, it's not Richard Hart. He's a billionaire. His family business is more than, I would say, almost 80 years old. I'm giving you hints.
Okay.
So he's actually the grandchild of the founder of his business. So
okay.
And he's coming out. He's one of our keynote speakers. It's already been confirmed. We're going to be announcing this Saturday. I think I gave a lot of hints. And another hint is that he was on Crypto Heartbeat's channel. He interviewed him.
Well, that's a lot of hints. I feel like I can go back and figure that one out.
That's a good hint. So
no, all the hints. All the hints are out. T-Money. You don't have anything to announce anymore.
Well, I mean, you can kind of figure it out by my hints, right? So just go to Crypto Heartbeat's channel, and I mean, I'm pretty sure it's other than Richard Hart. That's the only other billionaire that he interviewed. So
yeah. Very cool. Thank you for the hint.
Sure.
I just put up the screen share since T-Money has nothing else to announce anymore. Maybe we can talk about what Kaylin is doing, what Crypto Sparbook is doing, what thumbnail I just completed. This is what I was working on. So bring up the screen share.
Sure.
Kaylin or T-Rob? It doesn't show anything?
Nothing.
Oh, come on. Well, then we will just do it the old way through Photoshop, I guess. I will just share my Photoshop.
Yeah, it was just a white
screen.
I
thought I could just... It was a white screen?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Do you see that?
Let's see if there's anything there. No, it's still...
Well,
doesn't
I'm
show-
using a new computer. Maybe I haven't allowed him to screen share. Is that possible? Because that's like the first time.
No,
this
I
happened.
mean I can add
Anyways,
you on my side, but it's just showing a white screen. It's not showing anything there. So
yeah, that's weird.
I'm not
Anyways,
sure.
all I wanted to show is Hex meetups, right? Because before PulseCon starts, we have a little bit time until then, and this is what we are doing with Kalen right now. We are
Well, let
planning.
me pull that
Hex
up.
meetups.
I'll pull it up
Exactly,
and share
that
it.
would be the best. Would be the same that I wanted to do. Anyways.
Yeah, so our idea, I mean, it sounds like from what T-Money is saying that it might not be necessary. It might be completely sold out before we even get started. But because we are leading the Pulse Chain tour, our idea, we have put PulseCon like within
there you
the
go.
tour. That's the Pump Hex site.
Yeah, this is Pump Hex is something different that I'm working
on the way.
And then here I wanted to ask for some feedback. But go ahead, Kalen.
No, that's it. We got this up. Go ahead. Let's talk us through it.
Yeah, so first of all, I wanted to show Hex meetups, right? Because this is what we are doing right now to bring together the Hex community and then also to already start the 1 million Pulse tour. So let's go there. Kellen, maybe you can start talking about why did you start Hex meetups in the first place?
With an S.
Oh, it's with an S, right?
Yeah.
The Hex meetups was born right after we finished the tour, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
We were working with T-Money with Freedom TV. We were posting all of our events on their site, and of course, they need their site back to be able to handle Freedom TV business. So we started a new site just to be able to not only promote our events, but to promote all Hexagon events. I mean, we won't be at Talladega, but we know Hexagons will. So we have the information there for that. We have the information on there for PulseCon. Float Fest is coming up. So we have the information. Anything that's Hexagon related that people send us information about, we post on Hex Meetups, because like we said, this is all about cross promoting. If we know that PulseCon is going on or the tour is going on and they have their workshop coming into town, it benefits us all to promote each other, right, on all of our different platforms.
And this is our first event that we have here, June 19th. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so June 19th is interesting in San Diego. Not only is it Father's Day, but it's Juneteenth holiday. And in San Diego, it is 619 Day. So the city just has tons going on, especially down by the beach. So we are encouraging all the rap cars near and far to come down to San Diego to show off all of our different raps. Hopefully we'll get T-Money to bring the Pulse Chain car back down. By then we'll either continue to have this Hex car or we'll have a new supercar. We saw that there's another guy in Southern California who wrapped a Mercedes truck. So I'm going to reach out to see if he's interested in coming. So yeah.
How many wrap cars? I mean, do you have any clue of how many wrap vehicles there are now? Like,
I don't, but I know that many. Inspired Avid's rap inspired someone. I want to say they're in like what, Rio de Janeiro or something to wrap their cars.
Nissan Z350, and then also in Germany as well, the same design. So it's crazy how many people are wrapping their cars nowadays because they want to promote Pulse, Pulse X, and of course Hex. So, Helen, what do we say here? Universal Studios in Hollywood. This is the same thing in June?
In
July.
In July, I believe. Yes, July 14th, I believe. And then Hex Cruise is next year. But we have great information for that. There's a site there if you go to that. A lot of things that we have in the works.
And then tomorrow we will also talk about the 1 million Pulse tour. This is why I opened up here the Crypto Starbuck YouTube channel. And here you guys will see tomorrow, Kellen, is right? We just had a meeting today. Exactly. I was confused here for a second. Tomorrow you guys will see it here on the Crypto Starbuck YouTube channel, where we will discuss Hex meetups we will discuss the Million Pulse Store, and then we will also discuss on how we will auction off the R8. We already said that, and when Freedom TV invited us at the Crypto WorldCon, we told Ruptured Heart we want to auction off the R8 because of a specific reason. We want to do the Million Pulse Tour. And Kellen, maybe we can talk just briefly about the auction, about the R8. What would we do with the money we would raise with that car?
A seed money for the new tour. We definitely want to get a tour RV so that we can wrap that in PulseX, and Hex, and then new tour vehicles.
Exactly. So the R8 would secure the start of the Million Pulse Tour. So we could start right after the fork. When the fork is happened, we would start doing workshops that are just like the 5555 workshops, but way more interactive, right? On Pulse Chain, we can then do a transaction. Everybody would get 1,000 Pulse, for example, and then they could buy Hex, stake Hex. They can maybe swap into something else, but also use the whole Pulse Chain system, right? Validate, delegate, and all those. No, validate, of course not, but delegate their Pulse and stuff. I just want to say that we want to do a lot of transactions when we are doing this next workshop.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, that's amazing what you guys are doing. So what's an R8 worth? I mean, what do those go for?
Brand new?
Yeah.
Brand new is a $250,000 car. Brand new.
Wow.
Is that right, Alan? Just about.
The brand new one, probably yes.
Yeah.
But for this one, with this model, I have no idea. I was just on the phone with Patrick, and we were talking about the auction, how we should do the game theory behind that and stuff like this. And we talked with Kaylin, of course, as well, on how that could be integrated in the 1 million Pulse Tour in the future. So we have a good game plan ahead of us to communicate that tomorrow to the Hex community on how we will do everything. That will be pretty exciting. We do not want to give out everything today, but we can just give out little Easter eggs, I guess.
Yeah. So we only have about 5 more minutes. Do we want to show the PulseCon website since we're screen sharing before we?
Wait, let me chill my shit really quick.
Go ahead. Show your stuff. Go ahead.
Captain,
we just released 2 more videos here from Michaela is her name. I think she is beautiful. She explains Hex so well, and there are more videos to come. I want everybody to go here, look at her videos, and distribute them. I think they're really good to retweet and to send to people to make them understand what is Hex. So, and then of course, the one thing that I'm working on as well is my personal project here, pumphex.com. I want to do fun little projects to bring together the community. I did it first at the Hex conference, where I printed out 50,000 business cards, and then those business cards were distributed around the world. It was a big success. This is the kind of stuff that I'm doing on pumphex.com. You guys can also go to the Telegram group. There you find free gifts, free memes, and a lot of other stuff. And here, for example, when you click on links, you find all my links that there are. You want to go there, so you always know what I'm doing. And of course, the business card, they are here free to download as well. If you want to, you can download them and do your part. That's what I always say. All right, so Kellen, what is the next thing that you wanted to show?
PulseCon. What is the website, Tony?
It's PulseCon2022.com.
And by the way,
you missed an E. Pulse with an E.
You missed an E. By the way, amazing website. So
thanks. Julio is really good. Shout out to Julio. He's on our team, and he does a wonderful work. So, so this is our website. You can go and get your tickets now. They've been live since February 1st. If you go down a little bit, Alan.
Yep.
And you get the ticket prices are down in the bottom a little bit. Right there, ticket tiers. Right there. So your silver package gets you the 2 days. Actually, it's 2 days and a half, because we have the Tuesday, we have actually a reception, like your registration. You get your swag bag, and then there's a reception. So we're going to have a little party, a little soiree. You can connect. It's kind of like a meetup, right? And so that your silver ticket accesses that. Also, the 2 days of the conference and also the expo. There's free food. It comes with food and beverage. Okay, not alcohol, but food and beverage. Um, that comes with it and with your swag bag. So, I think that's great value for $625. I mean, that's pretty much a 3-day event. Now, the gold includes everything the silver does, except for the added value is there's a hospitality lounge that's going to be at the expo. So it's a little lounge that we're going to have that gets you access to that, and also your nightclub ticket. Okay, so that's 1025. So in the nightclub, that's the Thursday night party from 8 to 10:30. That's a 2 hour and a half. We're going to have an artist perform. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres and food and open bar. So that includes alcohol. So, that's where, and then you have your wristband. So at 11 o'clock, the Zouk nightclub opens to the public and you get to stay and party your butt off all night if you want to. Okay. Now, the platinum is everything the gold holds, but it includes your 3-night stay. So if you don't want to think about it, you just said, hey, I want my everything included in there. Go ahead and get your platinum ticket. That's your 3-night stay, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. And you guys can check out on Friday. Also, if you want to stay another extra night for Friday night and the weekend, you can actually get the room rates that we secured at the same rate. So just they know, the hotel knows you're the attendee. You're going to be in that room block. So we reserved 800 rooms, by the way. We reserved them already for you guys. So out of those 800 rooms, you got to be one of them, right? So you want to get that ticket. If anybody's been to Vegas, right, for a 3-day weekend or a 3-day party binge, it's going to cost you way more than $1,825. Okay?
Oh, I agree, 100%.
So, like, I was talking to Alexander Lorenzo, and I said, he goes, oh, I just went to I was just like before going to Miami, he was here in Vegas, and he's like, I did a 3-day weekend, and it cost him like $3,800 for his hotel, for his food and beverage, and
Yeah.
I think it's a bargain price. So, and of course, if you want to go all out and you have the VIP, we only have 60 tickets of that. Okay. And actually, we're almost sold out of the VIP tickets. So, so get yours if you want to go all out. You want to treat yourself well. If you're a day one Hexagon and you want to treat yourself well, right, Alan? Get the VIP ticket. You get the upgraded suite. You're gonna get the transportation from the hotel to the airport, and airport to the hotel. When you're checking in and checking out, you have your own actually entrance to the hotel. You have your own elevator key for VIP. You're going to have your own VIP entrance to the conference. Also, you have your VIP at the alley. It's called the alley bar, and that's at the 66th floor. That's where you're going to want to be with all the, if you want to hang out with the billionaires, speakers and people that are going to be speaking, and people, the booth holders.
You're not going to drop a name right there? I mean,
No, well, you can figure it out. Just go out of Crypto Heartbeat's, his channel, and he
Hey, so here's a question I have for someone like me that's going, and I'm more than happy to help out wherever. So, I mean, what do you guys need? I mean, what do you need for volunteers, and are you looking for help? Or I always like to throw that out here.
So we have a third-party vendor. So on that, on labor and that kind of thing, we're all set, because the hotel they're very strict on who has access, right? So we have Viper is our third party vendor that does all of the booths and the booth building. Our AV and AV people is Encore. They're union, so we have to go through them, especially the theater. The theater's union, so we have to definitely go there. We have our third party registration people, which is people to people, meeting to meeting. Sorry, that's our third party vendor. So if you really want to help us, just get your ticket. Seriously, just get your ticket, have fun, show up in a big way, put on your Hex and Pulse t-shirts on, have fun. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have to worry about anything. We have it all handled. Believe me, we all have it handled. This is not this is not our first conference. My wife, she worked for MGM in Manly Bay. She was the director of convention services for 15 years at Manly Bay. So she knows what she's doing. She put on CES. She put on like Microsoft
So
conference.
that's the real boss then. That's the one that's doing everything. Okay. Okay.
If Kayla
I got
knows
one
her.
of those too, man. So
Yeah, if it was not for her, I would not have been doing this at all. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So it was her that was really put it. She's the one that put it. Her team is putting everything together. I'm just the sales guy and making sure that everybody gets their ticket, everybody gets their booth. So the awesome part is that people can even put their branding on the hotel building itself. If you,
oh wow.
I don't know if you saw that little clip, see the building.
Yeah.
So that's an actually LED. That's 100,000 square feet of LED lighting on the building. So imagine putting your
only in Vegas.
Yeah, dude. So it's gonna be really it's gonna be plush. It's gonna be posh. So I mean, this is the way to go if you're gonna be in the financial, fintech or crypto in a big way, and you want to show that legitimacy. This is the way to show legitimacy.
Yeah. Well, Richard Hart, he mentioned you guys the other day, so that's I mean, you're doing something right.
I guess so. I mean, I love Richard. He's a great guy, but I say this is what I tell people. Look, he did his part. He built the platform. He built the products. Now it's our turn. The community. It's our turn to really market it, because we're in we're in DeFi. We're in decentralized, right? So he can't really come out and say, hey, do this, do that, because he'll get in trouble, right, with the SEC and that kind of thing. And it's got to be up to us to really start rolling up our sleeves and really being passionate about this.
It's really the community who decides on how Hex presented in the crypto community in entirely. So I think we are doing all a really, really good job. Crypto Kool-Aid always says it's like being a spoke in a wheel, and as many spokes there are, as faster the wheel really goes. And I think that's exactly what we are doing with all the cross promotion of Discord Syndicate, FreedomTV, Crypto Sparbook, and all the many others there are, right?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask, like, how long you guys want to go on? Otherwise, I would need to jump off right now.
No, you can definitely do that. There's another show that starts at 6 p.m. I was just going to say last words for everyone.
No, everything's great. I thank you very much for having me, and it's because of you guys that make the difference. Without the community, I seriously, PulseCon wouldn't happen. Also, all the fans and everybody that came out in the 555 tour, from the bottom of our hearts, all the OG Hexicans that came out and organized, and because that was their city, and we didn't know nothing. We don't know where to go, right, Kaylin and Abid? They're the ones that told us, like, you're gonna put your meet up here, do this, and I know my people. So thank you for you guys to really let us know how to do this in a big way. So It was
think
it was really the community.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say as well. At the 5555 tour, the community really came together, and now I advise everybody to watch the Crypto Sparbook stream tomorrow, because there we will show you guys how we will hand off this 5555 Hex tour to the Hex community to make it a 1 million Pulse tour that is delegated maybe by the Crypto Sparbook, but executed by the Hex community. So we've put a lot of thoughts in that, and please come tomorrow to the YouTube channel Crypto Sparbook to hear everything about
if
that.
you see there's one right there, Casey. He came in a big way. Thank you, Casey, for hosting the Napa. So shout out to Casey.
Hey, and he's with
Thank
us
you, Casey.
for this year too, aren't you, Casey?
I bet he is.
All right.
Beautiful.
Well, and then I just wanted to say, everybody go to pumphex.com, check all my links, and subscribe to everywhere. That helps the most, so we can spread the word of Hex like we need to.
All right, guys.
Great. Thank you
See you
guys
guys
for joining us.
Bye.
You guys have a good evening.
All right. Bye-bye now.
All right. Well, that was great. I'm excited about that event.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I definitely know, and you know, because you're in the middle of all of it, the work that's put in just to get that to where it's at currently is incredible. And we learned about the 5555. I always put too many fives in.
It's so many fives.
Yeah. I always mess that up, but that was
Rob
cool.
helped me the most. Rob with Wildcard Studio, he works with T Money. He'll probably be doing all the video. He's like, it's the way you say it. You got to go 5555.
Oh, okay. Or 5555, something like that. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, B-Hex, thank you so much for being on again. We'll do this next week. I think we've got Hex merch. Is that right? Yeah. Hex merch next week, which is really cool. And somebody actually just posted on here, get some Hex merch. So we'll be talking to Hex merch next week. And we'll see you right back here on Discord Syndicate. And this is the Biz Pulse with T-Rob and B-Hex. You guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.